So I wired him. Well, I transferred the money from my account to his account because he was just like, okay, thank you. Matter of fact, let me give you my new login for my Navy Federal. I was like, I'm getting the account information back, like, and I've never been able to like get anything with my credit for him, like. So this, to me, I'm just like, ooh, now he see like, yeah, like, I'm all he need. I'm really all he need, for real. He gonna finally see that. Cause look, I got you the last of your money that you need for your truck that you want so bad. I did that. So I'm just like, yeah, pat myself on the back. Yeah, I know. Look, let's roll with it at this point, because in my mind, he wasn't putting his hands on me. He had his little diagnosis, and I'm thinking that he's changing. Okay, so I'm excited. So the next day, sure enough, he go drive, get his truck, pick up his truck, come back home, showing it off. That thing was nice. I ain't even gonna lie. It was nice. But that car payment was not nice. $680 a month for that truck. Whew. I know, with $20,000. He put $20,000 down with a $680 payment. And it was a 2020 Dodge Ram Eco Diesel, 1500 limited. Yeah, pearly white. That was a sexy truck. I ain't gonna lie. That was a sexy truck. And then they had the retractable floorboards. Not floorboards. That's what you call them. The little things that pop out when you get in the car. Footstools, whatever, foot rails, whatever. But it retractable. When you open the door, it pops out. When you close the door, it goes back on. Like, we big balling. Oh, we did that. But we live in the hood. But whatever. Roll with it. So, showing the truck. Man, the kids, when they saw it, they was all excited because they was just like, it's a nice truck. And of course, D is all happy, and I'm just happy that he was happy, because it's just like, it was a genuine happy. And I'm just like, yeah, we did that. So we go to his dad's house, showing off the truck. We go to his mom's house, showing off the truck. Like, anybody that need to see the truck gonna see that doggone truck. They saw that truck that day because he was so excited about the truck. Of course, he's talking about all the upgrades he's gonna do for the truck, like the rims, tint, and all that. And I'm just like, oh my god, he always talking about more money. But whatever. Everything was going it was going smooth. So now, like, we was going into the little date that D set up for me and Jasmine. So that day, he came home with some shoes. He had bought me some new Nikes. He was like, you deserve it. Like, because you have been so amazing, so supportive. You deserve it. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, oh, he's so sweet. He's being so sweet. I put my clothes on. We get in the car. And while we're in the car, he's like, here, I got something for you. I want you to try. I'm like, what is it? And he was like, it's some gummies. I'm like, gummies? I don't know if I want to do some gummies. He was like, look, just take half of it. I'm like, okay. It's like, but the last time we did gummies, I was high for like 2 days. Like, I don't like that. He's like, that, just take half of it. You should be fine. I was like, okay. So I took half of the gummy. Get to the restaurant, link up with Jasmine, give us, you know how girls do. Hey, girl, give her a hug. They're like, bye, guys. Send the guys on their way, because her man had dropped her off, too. So we're in the restaurant. We just laughing, joking. I ordered me one drink. She ordered her one drink. And we like talking, getting to know each other, laughing. Like, I'm just like, yo, she real cool. And I only had one drink. Like, I'm sitting there just sipping on my one drink. Next thing you know, the room started to spin. And I'm just like, whew, what the fuck is this? Like, okay. And then I look up at Jasmine and she looking at me. She just laughing, smiling, and I'm trying to play it off. I'm like, I know I'm not drunk because I only had one drink. I'm my daddy's daughter. I can drink. I can outdrink the best of them. So I'm like, I know I'm not drunk off one drink. It usually takes me 6 to get tipsy. So I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what? In the room, I'm just looking at Jasmine, and she just, ha, 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 and I'm trying to play it. I'm like, ha, ha. She's like, you want to go somewhere else after this? I'm just like, I'm a little sleepy. And she was just like, okay, let's call the guys and let them know we're finished. And I'm like, okay. So she called her man. I called D, and it's like, yeah, we done. Because D and her man had already done linked back up. So they was already ready for us. So me and her walk outside. And I see D looking at me. He was like, oh, shit, y'all done had y'all some fun. And I'm just looking at him, and he's double. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Like, wait, what the fuck is this? And D walked over to me and put his arm around me. He was like, you good? I said, I'm fine. He said, how many drinks you had? I'm like, I only had one drink. He was like, okay. And we walked to the truck, opened the door, put me in. And then Jasmine, man, opened the door for her, put her in. Because they was in, D had him in the truck. So we all rode we're riding in the same vehicle. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words. We were riding in the same vehicle. So me and D was in the front, Jasmine and Cook was in the back. So as we're driving, everything just started to spin. Like, it's spinning. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I leaned my head on the window. And I fell asleep. We ended up getting to Jasmine's house. And when we got there, they were just like, y'all want to come in? And I could vaguely hear D was like, no, she sleep. No, she out of it. They're like, oh, well, we had so much fun. Da, da, da. And they ended up leaving. D ended up driving off. When he started driving off, he looked at me. He was like, Slim, you okay? And I was like, and I was out. When I woke up, we hadn't got to the house. I stumbled out of the truck, went in the room, laid down. I woke up the next morning. When I woke up the next morning, I walk in the living room, and D was in the living room just playing this game. And I was just like, hey, good morning. And he was just like, that was embarrassing. I was like, what? He was like, the fact that you drank so much that you got sloppy drunk, that shit was fucking embarrassing. I'm like, I only had one drink. I don't know what happened. I literally only had one drink. And you can ask Jasmine, I only had one drink. He was like, no, the way you was just slouched all over like that. I'm like, well, D, the room was spinning. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. And he was just like, no. Fuck all that, Slim. Fuck all that. He was like, that was fucking embarrassing. You need to carry yourself a little bit better. You represent me when you're outside of my presence. You represent me. And I'm just like, I know that, D. I only had one drink, and then I didn't even finish that drink, so I don't even know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. He's like, man, whatever. That's embarrassing. You go out with her one time, and then this how you act. Like, it's your first time out with her and you act like that. I'm like, D, I think I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. He's like, man, fuck all that. So D was mad about this for the next couple of days. It made me feel so bad that I ended up texting Jasmine, like, apologizing. Because I'm just like, I don't know what happened. I only had, like, one drink. And then it dawned on me. I'm like, yo, I had that gummy. That gummy did that to me. It wasn't the drink. It was the gummy. And I explained that. She's like, girl, you cool. Everything's fine. And then I sent D those messages. I'm like, look, I spoke with her. She said it's fine. Why are you making it a big deal? Why are you making it seem like, yo, I just embarrassed you and her? She said it was fine. I explained that it was the gummy because it was the gummy. He wasn't trying to hear that. He dragged that out for like 2 more days. He didn't stop talking about it until one day I was in the kitchen cooking like normal. Like everything's fine. D was at the gym training. I'm in the kitchen cooking, and I get a DM from a female showing me screenshots between her and Darian. So I'm looking at him just like, what the fuck am I going to do? Because in the screenshots, D like sent her like some hard eyes, and then she said like, what's up, and then sent him a picture of like me, him, Jackson, and Kion all together, and King, like the picture of the family. She sent that to him because it was in one of his highlights on his Instagram page. So she sent that to him, and he was like, why you send me pictures of my family? And the girl was basically just look like, look, nigga, you got a family. Like, what are you doing? And then she sent me that. It was like, look, I didn't respond to him. That when he sent me that, this is what I sent him. But I don't do that. He got a family. I don't do that. And I just wanted you to know that he's out here doing this. And I didn't say anything else to him. He ended up blocking me. She said he ended up blocking me. And I was just like, in my head, I'm looking at it and I'm responding like, okay, but I did not respond to her. Like, I did not like message her back. I didn't even open the messages. Like, I didn't open the messages. It's like you can click on, like when people aren't your friend on Instagram, you can click on a message to like see the message. But if you don't mark that it's safe, like that it's like you accept their message request, like they don't know that you opened it. So I looked at the messages and I'm just like, I screenshotted it and everything. So when D came home, he walked in, sat on the sofa, and I'm like, I'm in the room. And the only reason why I knew that he sat on the sofa because I was looking at the cameras, because I wanted to see what he was going to do when he came in the house. So he sat on the sofa, and I'm just like, this mofo still on that BS even after his diagnosis. Like, he just started taking his medication maybe like for like 2 months now. He's been taking his medication. I'm just like, something like, no, nah, this ain't sitting right with me. Cause like, what the fuck you doing? You said you was gonna be off this shit. Like, why you still on this shit? So I get up and I go in the living room. And before I walk all the way in for him to see me, the screenshot, the DM that the girl sent me on Instagram, I screenshotted it and I sent it to him on Facebook Messenger. And once I sent it, I walked out so that he can see me, and I stood there by the TV. He looked up at me and was like, what's up? I was like, look at your phone, D.